For many of us, nighttime is our favorite time to fly. Actually, my favorite time to fly is when someone else pays for the fuel. But at night, you generally have smoother air since the sun's down and there's no heat source to create those bump-filled thermals. And if there's any kind of haze, you can see a lighted object much further at night than you actually can during the day. And that's because sunlight is diffused by those haze particles. At night, cities, towns, and highways sparkle with clusters and ribbons of light that rival a Disneyland parade. It's even serene to fly over open or rural areas on a moonlit, starlit night. Not to mention romantic. Finally, the skies aren't as crowded. You have less traffic up there with you. But the beauty of flying at night isn't without some drawbacks. Primarily, you just can't see things as well. And here's a partial list. Clouds. If you're taking off during the day and you don't like what you see up ahead, hey, you can avoid it and return to land. But at night, those clouds can sneak up on you, and you may be in them before you can even see them. Visual references. The horizon is difficult to see on a moonless or overcast night, and you must rely on your flight instruments for your basic attitude information. Landmarks. If they're lighted, they'll look different, and if they're not, they'll look invisible. Pre-flights. It takes longer to prepare everything on your pre-flight because you can't see as well. Charts. It's harder to see the big picture or to find the small details in dim cockpit lighting. And finally, you might lose some stuff. It's easy to lose things like notepads, charts, your reading glasses, pencils, or even your confidence when you can't see as well. So as you see, the darkness of night complicates your flying just a little, and you'll need to put in extra effort to prepare for your night flights. Look how diligent this lad is right here. Make sure that you get a weather briefing before every night flight. Pay special attention to the temperature and dew point because night is the time where that radiation fog usually forms. Personal minimums. Set and adhere to appropriate personal minimums for the night environment. Many pilots use 3,000-foot ceilings and 5 miles of visibility as their minimums for night flight. Make sure that you're current and comfortable flying at night before you add the burden of carrying passengers. A night refresher with an instructor is always a good idea, and try including some hood time. That's even better. Study any charts you intend to use in good light before the flight. Now, this includes the layout of unfamiliar airports. Many pilots will tell you they've been more lost on the ground at night than they ever were in the air. And flashlights. Carry a minimum of 2 flashlights with extra batteries and bulbs. I've got about 10 flashlights in my house, and none of them work well. Using a red filter light in the cockpit won't impair your night vision, but under red light, remember, you can't see red or magenta chart symbology like you can in regular light. Before the flight, allow more time to see what you're looking for on that pre-flight inspection. You know, it takes longer in the dark with artificial light, and you'll need to get a little closer. And don't forget to pre-flight the cockpit lighting, including the dimmers, as well as all of those exterior lights. And be sure that the instruments and radios are lighted as well. Now, when it comes to cockpit organization, lay out everything you want to use in a logical, secure place. Know that you can find things without really looking. A personal equipment checklist is a darn good idea. And when it comes to fuel, set your personal minimums high enough to allow for unexpected complications. Many pilots like at least 1 hour reserve, and some pilots like even more. And dark adaptation. Allow enough time in the dark to develop your best night vision. Look the other way or close one eye if it looks like another airplane's strobes or landing light might shine on you. So, night flying has both a charm and a little warning. It's there to enjoy with confidence, and if it takes a few extra steps to prepare for it, so be it. And as far as the romance goes, we'll leave that up to you.